Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our presentation this evening for eighth graders thinking about doing the Montgomery College Middle College Program, or MC Squared, at Northwood High School. We have had three cohorts now who have graduated from Montgomery College with their associate's degrees before they got their diplomas from MCPS. And as you see, it's been growing each year. If you have a moment and you're able to check out our website, you could go ahead and look at the video at bit.ly/y do MC2, where we have some of our class of 2019 graduates talking about how it is for them on their campuses at their four-year schools. So we're going to talk about a lot of things this evening. One of the first and most important things, how do I get into the MC Squared program at Northwood? What is middle college? How do you earn an associate degree while you're still in high school? What classes will I take each year? How much will Montgomery College classes cost? What might it cost to complete the whole program? Will I be able to do sports and other activities at Northwood? And ideally, we'll answer lots of your other questions as well. But perhaps most importantly, we need to answer for you, why do I want to do the MC Squared program at Northwood? There are lots of other opportunities that you have before you right now as you're getting ready to choose what to do, which high school to go to in the Down County Consortium. As you know, you can thrive at all five. The tagline for the consortium choice process. But there's only one school, there's only one that you can get 60 college credits, 60 transferable college credits, that we have done the research to make sure that they will definitely count when you transfer, or excuse me, apply and go to a four-year college in the state of Maryland and the University of Maryland University System. So the one thing that you do want is receipts. You've got to get receipts from your high school experience. So we're going to show you how to do that.
These are shots of transcripts of recent Northwood MC Squared graduates. Students use these transcripts then to transfer their credits to whatever colleges they go to. What we want to point out is that all of the DCC and really all of MCPS completely relies on advanced placement or international baccalaureate tests for students to possibly earn college credits. In order to get a credit for an AP test at the University of Maryland College Park, a student has to earn at least a 4 or a 5 out of 5 on that exam. A recent look at some performances on AP test shows that, for instance, in AP biology last year at Einstein, 19% of the test takers got it. Blair, 36. Kennedy didn't give the test. Northwood, 19%. Wheaton had 50% of 24 students. So only 12 kids were able to get college credits. As you can see, with a combination of both advanced placement and dual enrollment opportunities in the MC Squared program, students are able to earn the college credits that they came to high school to get, and we're able to do this. Sometimes when a student does not earn a 4 or a 5 on one of the APs that they take in 9th and 10th grade, we're able then to have them take the actual college class to get that credit. So we have a backup system in place. We're able to use winter terms and summer terms to enable students to do this. And as you can see from a glance at their transcripts, we have students earning well over 60 credits to transfer to College Park. And our last shots here are going to show you the actual transfer sheet in College Park at the University of Maryland, where yes, 60 credits earned.
Hi everyone, my name is Christian. I'm a former Jaguar from Silver Spring International Middle School, currently a Gladiator attending Northwood High School going into senior year. I'm a proud member of Northwood's amazing MC2 program. This academy allows students to earn their associate's degree from Montgomery College while in high school by taking a mix of AP classes and Montgomery College classes. One of my favorite experiences is the summer of senior year. This is when many students finally start driving themselves to the college campus to take classes with real college students. Another beauty of this academy is that there aren't many classes which you have to take. You get to choose the kind of courses you take based off the core you choose. My favorite class so far has been Criminal Justice 110. I learned a lot about the justice system, which a typical high school curriculum does not offer. I personally chose to get my general associates with a STEM core. This means that when I graduate, I'll be able to transfer directly to a four-year university with 60 college credits already earned, basically the equivalent to a college junior. So, if you're someone who likes to challenge yourself and wants to knock out 2 years worth of college while in high school, come to Northwood and join the MC2 program.
Thank you, Christian. All right, now that we've established that you definitely want to do the MC2 program, now we'll tell you how you can. So what you must do if you are a student residing in the Down County Consortium or the Northeast Consortium, you have to participate in the choice process. If you live in the Down County Consortium, you should make Northwood your number one choice. Because if you go to Northwood and you meet the criteria to do MC2, you can do this program. So all students have to apply to MC2 in the Synergy Parent View using the Interest-Based Programs Common Application. And there's a link here to help you with directions to do that. Students who live outside the DCC, including students who live in the Northeast Consortium, who apply will be assigned by lottery if more than 32 choose to apply. And that is what's happened for the last 2 years. So again, students who live outside the DCC are reliant on participating in the lottery through Parent View, but students who live inside the DCC can influence their chance to come to Northwood and do MC2 by making Northwood their number one choice. So again, all students must apply to MC2 using Synergy Parent View, using the Interest-Based Programs Common Application, but students who live in the DCC can eliminate most doubt by choosing Northwood number one in the consortium choice process and getting assigned to go to Northwood High School, where you can do MC2. So we're going to hear from a couple more alumni, and then we'll come back and tell you a little bit more about this program.
My name is Celia Harris, and I graduated from Northwood in the MC2 program in 2018, which was the very first year that the program existed. I got my associate's degree in General Studies STEM, and I now go to the University of Maryland. I'm a Spanish major, and I'm pre-PA. I'm actually in my very last semester, so I will be graduating this December of 2020. I am the first of my cohort to do so, and will be getting my bachelor's only 2.5 years after graduating from the MC2 program. So a couple things that you can expect from graduating with 60 credits is you've essentially knocked out all of your gen eds. So once you go to your 4-year institution, you can just take your major classes and kind of just knock out the things in the field that you are interested in, which is really cool. So it saves you some time, saves you some money, and allows you to kind of, go and do different pathways. So for me, I am only able to be a Spanish major and still able to go to PA school because of my associate's degree in STEM. So I have that background in science, and I'm able to explore the humanities realm at UMD, which has been pretty cool. So I really liked MC2, and I definitely recommend it to anyone else who wants to get a jump start on their college education.
Hello, potential gladiators. My name is Musa Haddad, and I graduated Northwood High School in 2018 and majored in General Studies STEM when I graduated from Montgomery College that same year. I'm currently attending the University of Maryland and majoring in bioengineering and minoring in Spanish. I personally chose to do a MC squared program in my freshman year when it first was available because I really liked the idea of finishing 2 years at the end of high school, especially because I could get all those gen eds out of the way because they take up a lot of time and I could focus more on my major classes when I transfer outside. And although I did not end up using those credits because bioengineering is really rigorous and requires specific types of classes, I could really think this program really helped me get in my groove to figure out what type of class or what type of things for different professors would like to focus on and hone in on for their classes and how I should start studying for these types of classes. And I'd like to thank Mr. Sauter for giving us the ability to do this and for putting everything together. He really, really is helpful and you should always go to him if you need to. And I would highly advise everyone thinking about joining this program to 100% join it because it is worth your time. It is a ton of fun and go Gladiators. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dominique Desmarates. I graduated from Northwood High School and Montgomery College in 2018. I graduated from Montgomery College with an associate's degree in general studies, and when I began my studies at the University of Maryland, I transferred with 66 credits and as a freshman, which was pretty impressive. One of my favorite memories from being in the MC Squared program was definitely a potluck that we had our junior year in our sociology class, and that was very fun and very relaxing for during a very stressful school year. I'll be graduating in spring 2021 with my bachelor's in biology, and joining the MC Squared program definitely gave me a head start when it came to pursuing the major I wanted and the field that I would want to be. I already knew that I wanted to study in like some type of biology field, whether it was like bioengineering or any biology STEM related major when I was in the MC Squared program. So being in the MC Squared program gave me a bunch of experience and a lot of knowledge that I would need here at UMD. So like some of the classes I'm taking right now I already learned while I was at MC, so it was like a refresher, and it was kind of fun to know that I knew this information as a high schooler and I'm still able to apply it to these situations in the classes that I'm taking right now.
It's always great to hear from our alumni. Right now, we're heading towards our first graduates, as you heard from some of our class of 2018 alumni. We're going to get our first graduate who's going to get her bachelor's degree in 2.5 years. And then we have a number of others who are lined up to get their degree in 2 years, and we'll hear from them after this break. So first, we're going to tell you what is middle college. So through accommodation, we do use advanced placement tests, and then we use Montgomery College classes. Students have the opportunity to get an associate degree in general studies. We ease our students into it. You'll see in a couple of minutes when we look at our 9th grade classes, you don't really have to take any MC classes in 9th grade. You might take an advanced placement class, but even that you don't have to. We're very concerned that people make a good transition from middle to high school. But by the time we get out of 11th grade, we've had enough courses at Montgomery College or from Montgomery College that are taught at Northwood High School through 11th grade that we are ready to be on a college campus and be full-time college students. So the General Studies Associate's degree that this program generally directs students towards has 4 core pathways. And you can take a look at our website to see more information about the 4 core pathways and see, of course, this slideshow as well. So each individual's associate degree program and the guide essentially for completing middle college at Northwood is a Montgomery College advising worksheet. So we have a sample here for you. with a HACL core, Humanities, Arts, Communication, and Language. And that just means that down here, when we get to 12th grade and we're choosing the courses we want to pursue, they're going to come from a certain group of classes. So again, in addition to HACL, there is STEM, which is kind of obvious, science, tech, engineering, and math. And there's also something called SASA, which is Social Sciences, Administration, and Health, that also has a business leaning. But as you're going to hear in a couple of minutes from recent graduates, some of our students are not getting a degree in general studies, and instead they've moved to getting a business degree. So that definitely opens a lot of pathways for us if a student considers that. So the way it starts is we're doing all of our general education requirements, okay? So if you take a look at when these things are going to happen, you would see that none of these things are happening in 9th grade, okay? With the exception of a possibility of getting a humanities distribution. The humanities distribution would come from AP US History. Some people wonder, why would we take an AP, do a kid a college class in 9th grade? And there's a couple of reasons for it. One of the most is that class is one of 2 advanced placement classes along with the languages, so AP Spanish language and AP French language. All of those courses give 200 level credits. Again, AP US History, AP Spanish language, and AP French language, if a student performs well enough on the exam, they yield 200 level credits. College courses at Montgomery College come in 2 levels, 100 level and 200. And in order to complete the degree, students have to get 15 credits at the 200 level. So what drives a student's choice of a core essentially is what subject area do they want to get to a 200 level in. A general studies degree is not necessarily deciding a major for a 4-year bachelor degree. It is taking care of the general education requirements towards whatever degree a student chooses, and then the courses that they take in 12th grade should definitely influence the major that they choose to get their bachelor's degree in, okay? So we're going to listen to a couple more alumni tell you about their experience in MC squared, and then we'll come back and take a look at what different courses we take at different grade levels.
Hi Sauter, hi everyone. My name is Hanan Kasmiro. I am a senior accounting student at the Robert H. Smith School of Business at the University of Maryland at Shady Grove. I'm expected to graduate this spring in May 2021, and I graduated from the MC squared program in spring of 2019, so that would be in May 2019. And I graduated with 70 college credits, of which 63 transferred. My favorite part about completing the program was, one, obviously graduating with my associates, but also doing so with a group of students that understand what you're going through, and they're going through the same thing. And so you guys can sort of confide in each other and help each other out.
Hey guys, my name is Rebecca Romero and I'm a 2020 graduate from both Northwood High School and Montgomery College. I currently attend the Robert H. Smith School of Business over at the University of Maryland College Park, where I'm majoring in both management and marketing. So in terms of how MC squared has helped me get to where I am right now, they've definitely given me an advantage. I was not only able to graduate with an associate's degree, but with an associate's degree in business. So I was successfully able to knock out both my freshman and sophomore years, and I'm currently taking junior and senior level courses, even though it is my first year in college. I will be graduating with my bachelor's degree in May 2022, so a little over under 2 years from now. If you are considering this program, I highly recommend. It gives you great exposure to career paths
And that's in terms of whether you do know what you want to do or whether you're still lost and confused as to what you want to do in the future. So do take MC Squared into consideration. It's a great program from which you'll benefit a lot from. Hi, I'm Daniela. I'm part of the 2020 MC Squared cohort where I graduated with my associates and my high school diploma. I'm currently attending University of Pittsburgh and majoring in criminology and justice administration. 53 of my credits transferred in total, and I'd recommend MC Squared because it gives you a jump start onto your major, gets rid of all the general ed courses, and makes it a lot easier to transition into college since senior year, which is one of my favorite memories as well, you get to attend campus and kind of get into the routine of being a college student, and being with other people your age and people who are going through the same thing as you helps a lot and makes you feel less alone.
Again, it's always great to hear from our alumni to let us know that, hey, this really is working for them when they move on to get their bachelor's degree after getting an associate degree in high school. So how did they do it? Well, this gives a quick overview of what the courses look like. And I can tell you that it looks like everything is cemented in place when we look at this sheet here. But I can tell you there has been enough variety and there's been enough changes in here that it is a far more flexible program than you might imagine. So what courses will you take? When you come to take a look at our website, you can see we have links to the courses that are in blue. They're the ones that will yield college credits for you. So we want you to know a little bit about them. So in ninth grade, well, we use advanced placement courses. Students have to get a high enough AP test score. And as you already heard from us, those scores at the University of Maryland College Park are a 4 or a 5. So as we said, a majority of students are not going to get credit that's going to transfer from an advanced placement test to College Park. However, we have opportunities then for students to take the courses at Montgomery College. And students who have had an advanced placement course who then, because they got a 1 or a 2, or in some cases a 3, who take that Montgomery College course then are very well prepared for that course and have generally done exceptional without too much difficulty for themselves. So that's how we make sure that they get their credits. And then some of those courses end up being great padders for GPAs because they get easy A's on them, having had great instruction from our high school teachers before. So in ninth grade then, many in the cohort are going to begin with AP US History, and it has an AP support course with it. Some, however, if you do not like US History, then you should not take Advanced Placement US History in ninth grade just because you're doing MC Squared. You should still make a lot of the same choices about what you choose to pursue in Advanced Placement course in, because as I said, we have flexibility and we will be able to get that 200 level humanities credit later at Montgomery College. Okay, a lot of students take African American history, History 236 at Montgomery College, which is one of the highest rated classes. Students love the content and they've got some great professors. So if you do not love US history, but you will still need a 200 level humanities credit, there'll be opportunities for you to take other classes. And another avenue that students have developed is AP Spanish language, which also yields 200 level credits. Students who get 4s or 5s in that have 6 200 level credits at Montgomery College that also transfer to College Park. And so students coming to us from Spanish immersion or students who are fluent in Spanish or French are able to use the AP language exams to get the 200 level humanities credit. You don't have to take them in ninth grade, however, okay? Just because this is on the ninth grade slide, you could take AP Spanish Lang. A number of our seniors took it in 11th grade without taking the AP Spanish language class. They just took the test and were able to get those 200 level humanities credits at MC, and that will transfer from advanced placement Spanish and French language. Okay, so that's another avenue. In ninth grade, students definitely want to, really what we're trying to do is knock out all of the required credits that we're able to, because that then opens up 11th and 12th grade for us to be able to choose from a wide variety of Montgomery College courses when we're finishing our diploma and degree. So we're going to knock out our PE, foreign language, if you don't have 2 years of it already, tech ed, honors English 9, honors bio and math. The one thing that we kind of avoid is an arts class, unless you are like a musician or an artist, or you could definitely take it to pursue the passions that you love. But we're going to get our arts credit from the first MC class that we take. So if you are not an artist or musician or lover of the arts, you shouldn't take that as your elective in ninth grade. So again, a lot of folks are going to start in a push, what we call advanced placement US history. For many, it's going to be a big bridge for them. The fact that we give it with a support class helps students to raise their academic rigor and especially their writing skills to the college level in ninth grade. But again, if you don't love, or if you don't at least like U.S. history, then you probably don't want to take an AP class in ninth grade doing that, okay? Because you will have opportunities to get those credits later. Students in band or chorus, if you don't take PE in ninth grade, it is kind of tough, and you may find yourself taking PE in 12th grade because there's no online PE. Well, there didn't used to be any online PE. And there's no summer school PE. So it's kind of tough to squeeze in as we move on through the other grades. All right, so again, ninth grade, for the most part, we are getting used to being in high school. And some of us are going to take an advanced placement US history class, and some of us aren't, and that's going to be okay because we have flexibility in our program to allow us to do that. All right, 10th and 11th grade get a little more tight in terms of what we have to take. 10th grade, you're going to move to taking 2 advanced placement courses, advanced placement US government and politics and AP psychology. If a student did not want to take these advanced placement courses, it's a little bit tougher and tighter to squeeze that in, and it's going to require you to use some winter and some summer terms to take the courses at Montgomery College instead. So it's possible, it just takes a little bit more doing. So usually in 10th grade, for every cohort up until this year's 10th grade, students have had to take the AccuPlacer in the fall to be able to qualify to take classes at Montgomery College. But with COVID, there is no AccuPlacer because we cannot monitor the test being given. And so students with a 2.75 GPA or better are currently eligible to take Montgomery College courses. And so we have 80 10th graders right now taking Music 131, American Popular Music, or Health 105. And so that's the Music 131 is going to count for MCPS arts credit, and the Health 105, of course, counts for MCPS Health. So students are taking those courses online. In the spring, they will take whatever they didn't take in the fall. And so this year's cohort is ahead of previous cohorts by a whole semester here. Students can also take Honors English 10, Honors Chemistry or Physics, semester at Tech Ed if you still need it, Math, and a foreign language if needed as well. Okay, and this is kind of what it looks like. We take 2 advanced placement credits and 1 MC class. So in the past, we have taught the advanced placement psychology opposite the MC class. This year, we don't have to do that because, like I say, we're taking it for the whole year. It may return to that if we have to do the AccuPlacer in the fall for your year. We will do prep for that, and you would get your first chance to take the AccuPlacer in the spring of 9th grade. And some students would be able then to do the same thing that this year's cohort has taken with an MC class in the fall and an MC class in the spring. Okay. But again, we will, in 10th grade, take 2 advanced placement classes, and then we're going to take 2 MC classes as well. Okay, we're going to hear again from a couple more alumni about how things are going for them using their 60 credits where they have transferred, and then we'll come back and tell you a little bit more about 11th and 12th grade.
Hi, I'm Smriti, and I graduated from Montgomery College in 2020 with my associate's degree, and I am now attending the University of Maryland, College Park, where 57 of my credits transferred, and I'm currently studying bioengineering. MC squared was really helpful to me because it helped me to prepare myself for the kind of classes I would be taking and helped me to develop study habits that I need. And it's also super helpful to take your prereqs early on because you can get those out of the way and start focusing on the things you actually want to study. So that's all, and good luck.
Hello, future 9th graders. My name is Dina. I used to be an MC squared, like hopefully you guys will be. And I graduated this past May, class of 2020, with an Associate of Arts, majoring General Studies. Currently, I still go to MC, but I am in the process of transferring to UMD. However, I did change my major to Elementary Education. MC squared really benefited me not only because it puts you ahead of everyone, it saves you time, it saves you money, not only all that, but also it gives you the opportunity to really experience college classes, and it eases you into it so that when you do graduate high school, you don't feel like you're lost or that you're not ready for university. So I feel like that's what I really got out of it. It's just the preparation and the mindset. Also, it's a really cool high school experience. It's really different from a lot of your peers' experience, but it's an experience that not a lot of people can say they had, and it can be good. You just have to make it good. For me, I thought it was pretty cool that senior year I didn't have to go to Northwood. All my classes were at MC, so I was able to make my own schedule, and it was pretty fun. That's probably my best memory of MC squared and all. But yeah, good luck, guys.
Hey everyone, my name is Samia. I recently graduated from Montgomery College with my associates in general studies this past May, and my cores were SAW and Hackle. Currently, I'm a freshman at the George Washington University, and my majors are neuroscience and psychology with minors in mind-brain studies and applied ethics. I'm also on a pre-med track because I'm interested in med school. One of the huge benefits of doing MC squared was being able to get out of doing a lot of general studies-esque kind of classes that are required in order to graduate from GW. I have all of my gen eds fulfilled except maybe one class, and that's a huge weight off of my shoulders because right now I'm taking classes in things that I really actually enjoy instead of getting through classes that I'm not as interested in. So I definitely loved being able to take classes like ethics philosophy, which was philosophy 140, and I really liked philosophy 201, which was ethics and also a bit about the justice system. So those were 2 classes that I really enjoyed, as well as all of the psych classes that I took. I found them all really informative and super interesting. So I feel like it definitely helped me figure out what kind of things I want to study in the future.
Hey guys, my name is Gerson Cruz, and I graduated from Montgomery College in May 2020. I currently attend UMBC, and I am studying biological sciences and psychology. And I transferred over a total of 64 credits from Montgomery College. My favorite part about the MC Squared program was that it allowed me to get research as an undergrad student at University of Maryland College Park. It made me a more competitive applicant when applying to colleges, and it even allowed me to be a more competitive applicant when applying to study abroad programs, and allowed me to study abroad in Argentina my junior year of high school.
And once again, we're very appreciative that our alumni are very willing to, pull out their cell phones and give us a selfie to let us know how they're doing with the degrees that they earned while they were in high school. So we have now arrived at 11th grade and looking at what classes we're going to take in 11th grade. 11th grade, as parents may know, or if this is your oldest, 11th grade is a very rigorous year because it's the last year that colleges are going to get a chance to look at when transcripts are submitted for applications in the fall of 12th grade. So we want to make it known that we are taking, a strong selection of classes in case an associate's degree while they were in high school was not enough. So in 11th grade, we definitely take advanced placement English language. Okay, that is a must. And as the AP coordinator, I can tell you that if we were to tell a student to take any AP English language is definitely the one we would, because it's going to teach them to write and to write across subject areas. So that's a very important class. And we'll see when we take a look at the advising worksheet why that is so. That's where we're going to get our English 101 credits, and a lot of us are going to get English 102 credits because a lot of our students have gotten 4s and 5s on AP English language, and that counts for both English 101 and 102 at Montgomery College. Okay, the other APs then are a little bit more of a variable. You can and should take them if you are passionate about these subject areas, but you don't necessarily have to get your associate degree. And they include AP World History, AP Sciences, either AP Biology, which is a double period class, AP Physics, single period, or AP Chemistry, which is also double period. And some students are also going to take AP Calculus, either AB or BC, but an AP Math is not required, okay, in order to get this degree, because we are going to take math at Montgomery College in our senior year. Montgomery College Public Schools, the state of Maryland, requires students to take 4 maths after middle school and 4 English credits. So even if we get a 4 or 5 on English Lang from advanced placement, we are still going to take an English at Montgomery College in 12th grade because we need a 4th English credit to get our high school diplomas. So we will take a math at Montgomery College as well. So therefore, the AP Math in 11th grade is not necessary. However, if it's the track that you're on, you can definitely do that too, because this, again, is probably more flexible than you will realize coming out of 8th grade. So in addition, students are going to take 2 MC classes. We take 2 in the fall and we take 2 in the spring. Usually we have taken Sociology 100, Introduction to Sociology, and Biology 105, which is environmental biology, in the fall. And then we have taken Communications 108, a communications course that's required and is probably the most transferable set of credits because all colleges want to make sure that their students can talk to each other and communicate with each other. And then this year we're going to have a choice, okay, of History 236 for students who still need a humanities credit, Criminal Justice 110 because students have really wanted to take that course called Administration of Justice, gives them a look at the criminal system, or Econ 201, Macroeconomics, for students who are pursuing a business track. So the 4 MC classes, you take 2 in the fall, 2 in the spring, are going to count for 12 credits. And so by the time we're coming out of 11th grade, usually we already have over 30 credits heading into senior year. So the summer between 11th and 12th grade, students may choose to take an elective or a prerequisite so that they can take 200 level courses in their core area. So students, for instance, who are pursuing chemistry, or students who are pursuing computer science in particular, there are a number of, there are 200 level courses that have to be taken, and one is a prerequisite for the other. So it's a 3-term effort in order to get to that 200 level. So it usually has to start in the summer before 12th grade. So chemistry, for instance, students would take chemistry 131 in the summer before 12th grade, then 132 in this fall, and 203, which is organic chemistry in the fall, in the spring of 12th grade. Okay, so again, it's a very rigorous year. Advanced placement English language is a definite, and then we can take a number of other advanced placement courses. And if you have shown, and by 11th grade, you usually know that you are able to perform on that one day in May and get the college credits from advanced placement, we definitely encourage students to continue to take them in 11th grade. Some students, test taking is not their thing. They're not a one day in May performer. And so instead they will take the Montgomery College courses. And there's enough time for us to do so. So we're not completely reliant on advanced placement like pretty much all the other programs in Montgomery County Public Schools. And so since we have access to the Montgomery College classes, it's going to be students' choice as to which way they want to go. So again, in the summer before 12th grade, sometimes students are going to be taking courses. We try to talk about it a lot in 11th grade so that people know not to make travel plans in August or July or August, the summer before 12th grade, if we need to take a college class. Another thing that happens in 11th grade is they have their first meeting with a Montgomery College advisor. We have an academic coordinator. Her name is Persis Johnson, and she works with us, throughout the years. But in 11th grade, they have their first sit down to make sure that all of the classes that they have taken and that they are going to take in 12th grade will work to complete the degree, and also to get some advice that we in high school are not able to give them, which is about courses in particular that are going to transfer well to where they want to go to complete their bachelor's degree. So if there are certain courses that, for instance, the University of Maryland wants a student to take before they leave Montgomery College, we're going to get that information from Montgomery College advisors before we make schedules for 12th grade to ensure that our students are getting the maximum transferable credits towards the degree that they want to earn. Okay, so then we get to 12th grade. And 12th grade, any additional courses left to complete a high school diploma, like PE, if you were not able to knock out gym class in 9th grade, tech ed, if you needed that, although now there is a computer science course from Montgomery College, an intro computer science course that students can take to get their tech ed credits. And typically, when it's not COVID, students are going to leave Northwood each day to go to campus at Montgomery College. A lot of students are simply going to be full-time at Montgomery College. The original first cohort took all of their courses in the fall, and you saw some of those graduates earlier, Dominique and Celia and Musa. And some were taking, more than 15 credits in a term in their senior year. In the second cohort, some people were very involved in a lot of things at Northwood, student government, sports teams, theater. And so they wanted to take more courses at Northwood and, continue their connection to school. And ideally, if things have gone well through 11th grade, it's going to be optional as to just how students want to complete both their high school degree and their college degree in 12th grade. This year's seniors, 31 of them are mostly on campus at MC full-time. Okay, so again, just a quick look. Some students are taking AP English Literature, but any AP classes in 12th grade, the credit cannot be needed to get the degree, because we're going to get the degree in May and we're not going to get AP scores until July. So we don't use advanced placement in 12th grade unless a student wants to take it. Okay, we have a couple of students who have done exceptional on their advanced placement classes, and they want to be national AP scholars, which requires 10 AP exams. And so they're continuing to take AP, even though it won't contribute to their associate's degree. Some students then, well, pretty much everyone is going to go to Tacoma Park or Rockville to take the courses that they want. And now I'm going to take a break again after talking to you too much. We're going to hear from some seniors. So normally at this presentation, I would have a bunch of students eager to tell you about what their lives are like. I would have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. This year, I had a Zoom meeting where I tried to ask our seniors the questions that are usually asked at this night. And so I'm going to play that next, okay? It will go on for a little while, so you can fast forward if you need to get to the next stage, because we are going to also talk about what it costs and how those costs can be handled next. But first, I definitely wanted you to hear from some of our seniors, because you would have gotten a chance to ask them these questions. And so here we go. Here's our seniors.
Okay, I guess I can start off. So I actually didn't join in until later on. I mean, I guess I heard about it. A lot of my peers were doing it, and they were like, MC squared that, MC squared this. But then when I actually found out what it was, and like they talked about taking college level classes and earning your associate's degree before graduating high school, I took a look at my schedule, and like I realized that a lot of the classes included what I was kind of planning on taking and what I had interest in taking. So then, yeah, it just kind of happened naturally. And I was like, this is probably the best fit for me. And it's kind of intimidating, but to know that my peers were also doing it, and like, I knew the people who were doing it, and like, we're all going to go through it together. I was like, okay, I can do it.
Okay. So what are you talking, like 10th grade?
No, I think it was like maybe second quarter of 9th grade. I was like, oh, I'm already taking APUS. I was like, so I wasn't really behind in any way. So that kind of pushed me over the edge to just, why not sign up?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about others? Why did you choose MC squared?
I remember being in like AP US history, and like how Christian said, everyone was talking about MC squared and how you can get your associate's degree like while graduating high school. And I was like, wow, that's like such a big opportunity. So, and I knew I was already in the class, so I just decided to join. And I thought if my friends were also doing it, because I know a lot of my friends are doing it, I was like, this is gonna be great. So yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Camilla, why'd you do MC squared?
So I actually heard about it like closer to 8th grade, like when we were just starting to look for high schools and everything. And I was like, wow, this is a really good opportunity. Like my parents were the ones who kind of introduced me to it. They were like, look, this is interesting, right? And so just like knowing I could get my associates in high school, I was like, yeah, that's a great opportunity where I can save money and I can just save time too, because you're knocking it out in high school. So also knowing that some of my peers were doing it, like even as a freshman, a lot of my close friends were already in it. We were already taking APUS, so we were kind of already in that track.
So what middle school were you at?
Oh, I went to Colonel E. Brookley.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Deborah, why'd you do MC squared?
The reason why I did MC squared was I wanted something in high school to challenge myself, and I guess MC squared was opportunity. I got to do that. So, and I had a bunch of my friends joining it, like Christian said, in like a push. So that was really, yeah.
Okay. It's great to hear from our seniors, and I really appreciate them taking the time out of their day. There were others who wanted to join us but weren't able to because they have class. So I really appreciate them being open and letting you know why things have gone well for them or why you ought to consider this program if you're in eighth grade now, like when they were in eighth grade at the middle schools that you go to. All right, so in 12th grade, course choice varies widely. We have students taking, courses from a million different subject areas, and what drives it is the core. Okay, so these are the core areas for the general studies degree: HACL, humanities, arts, communication, and language; STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math; SASA, social sciences, administration, and health. And as I said, we also have some students who are pursuing a business degree. So where they want to get to a 200 level in, which subject area they want to get to a 200 level in, typically drives the core that they choose. So seniors, as you heard them talking about, apply to college as freshmen rather than transfer students. And that is because most four-year colleges require a certain number of credits to be earned after a student graduates from high school. In addition to that, it gives students access to housing so they can live in dorms their first year. And supposedly there is more access to scholarships, although there are a lot of scholarships available for transfer students as well. Um, this year, we actually have one student who is choosing to graduate from Northwood in December so that he can complete 15 credits in the spring after he graduates from high school. And he is going to apply to the University of Maryland College Park, which requires 15 credits after high school in order to be a transfer student. So he's going to apply as a transfer student. So we'll have more information on how that goes, and that may be an additional pathway for students in the future. So that's how we got our degree. That's how it looked like. Okay, and now what we all came here for. How much does Montgomery College, or the MC squared program, cost to complete? So these are slides that we got for this show last year. Things have not changed significantly since then, however. And as it says, tuition fees and books cost to the student to complete everything would be about $8,800. But there is there's Montgomery College and there is MCPS financial assistance that could take care of most or all of this cost. Okay, so the MC School High School grant may be available for a household adjustable and gross income less than $100,000. And I'm going to have another slide in a moment to look at that a little further. There is cost of the program. There are limited funds available for support every year. This is a bit of a struggle for us. If parents wanted to advocate for increased funding for middle college from MCPS, or to ensure that the Montgomery College High School grant is going to be able to cover everything, we would appreciate your support. But MC has a limited amount of funding to support the first 4 courses that a student takes, but then the MC grant is able to support classes after that. So without the grant in mind, these are the actual costs, again, 2019, for different ways of completing your bachelor's degree. If you went 4 years to College Park after high school, it'd be about $47,116. As a parent of a sophomore in College Park, I can tell you it costs a lot more than $47,000. This is without room and board. Okay, so let me go back to that. Sorry.
So if you can have the first 2 years without having to pay room and board, then this would be a lot less. Okay, so from Montgomery College, if you went there for 2 years, $12,244. 2 years at MC at about half that 47 minus room and board. Okay, and it would cost about 35. So you're already cutting, 12,000 off of that. If you did middle college while you're in high school, and therefore it only cost you $8,800, and then the 23,558 in College Park, you could get a substantial savings from that. And again, if you were to qualify for the Montgomery College High School grant, your savings, of course, would be even more. Okay, so high school dual enrollment students do not have access to federal financial aid. We always have a lot of questions about, can I use the FAFSA? And it is not applicable to dual enrollment classes. So no, you can't use the FAFSA because federal aid is not provided for high school students taking college courses. Montgomery College, as we have said, does have a high school grant, and it's if you have an adjustable gross income of $100,000 or less. And very important that your student talks to you about this, because we tell students when the deadline is, and yet somehow people still miss it, because every term students have to apply for the grant. It's not like a four-year college where you get a financial aid award at the beginning of the year and then that's it. You have to apply every term. So for details, I would encourage you to go take a look at the Montgomery College website about that financial information, so that you'd have a full understanding of how that would work. Another question that usually gets asked at this presentation is about using 523 or student saving account for this. And usually when we have Montgomery College staff at this, they encourage students and parents not to use 523 funds, because you should say, or excuse me, 529. I knew I was close. 529 funds, because you might want to be saving those for grad school, where grad school is where most student debt is incurred. So if you can plan for and cover the costs of middle college without using 529s, you will need them later. Okay, all right. So here we are. Should you do MC squared? It's a no-brainer if you intend to pursue a professional degree or something that will definitely require grad school, which is a lot of areas these days. Reduces the time and cost of your undergrad degree, completes all the gen ed requirements while you're living at home, not paying room and board somewhere else, and pays for the credits in small increments so that you don't go into debt and can save that money for grad school. Should I do MC squared if I qualify for the high school grant? No brainer, definitely. Qualifying adjustable gross income, 100,000 or less. If you qualify for this grant, and if you qualify for meal assistance and MCPS, you may incur no cost and get an associate degree. Another no-brainer, if I'm an undocumented immigrant or DACA student, you are eligible for the MC high school grant, but you're not eligible for most federal and state student aid. Like in the state of Maryland, if you're a DACA student, you can get in-state tuition, but you're not going to qualify for aid from the FAFSA. So again, this would be a good way to reduce that cost for undocumented or DACA students. Should I do MC squared if I intend to go to an undergraduate school in state? We've done the research, so we know that the credits are going to transfer in state. Cost of a bachelor degree in College Park drops more than $10,000 if you complete the associate degree with MC. So if you add the cost of room and board for 2 years, you don't even want to know what I'm paying for my kid to live in College Park right now. It is a much larger savings. And What if I intend to go to an undergraduate school out of state? Well, as you've heard from a lot of our graduates, many of the credits still transfer. You'd have to do some research about how they would transfer for where you're thinking about going. And you need to be strategic. There's a credit refusal form. Some private schools out of state have not allowed credits to transfer if they also counted for credits in high school. That's a little tricky thing to figure out. But again, you're still going to save a lot of money and get a lot more done and save a lot of time towards your undergraduate degree, even if you want to leave state to go finish your bachelor's. So again, what must you do to get into MC squared? If you're in the Down County Consortium, make Northwood your #1 choice. Okay. All students do have to apply in Synergy Parent View. If you live outside the Down County Consortium, that's the only way to get into MC squared. So if you're Northeast Consortium or any of the other schools that you're considering coming to do this program at Northwood, you have to do Synergy through Parent View. If you're a Down County Consortium student and you choose Northwood #1 and you get assigned to Northwood, you will be able to do this program, okay? However, we do still need you to apply to MC squared in Synergy Parent View so that we know who you are, okay? And students outside the DCC who apply through the Synergy Parent View will be assigned by lottery, okay? To get started, here's the Common App support. You can take a look at that. They're all on the online application. Deadline, as you may know, November 6, 2020. And again, DCC, make Northwood your #1 choice, and you can come to Northwood. All right. Nice talking to you. If you have questions, you can email Michael_T_Sauter at mcpsmd.org. Ideally, you're going to take a look at this slideshow again on our website, and we hope that you will come to Northwood High School. 7 o'clock, you can take a look at the Northwood DCC night as well. Hopefully I didn't take it a whole hour from 6 to 7. But again, you can come back and look at this and you can check out our website. Take care and go Gladiators.